Hello and welcome to the channel for another video about web development. Today I'm talking about jobs that can help you get into coding. For me, for my story, I tried to learn coding for myself for years. Being self-taught, finally I decided to make the leap and and go through a boot camp. And then from there, that really gave me the skills to move on and get my first web dev job, the one that I have now. So I'll jump into it. First job that I got when I decided that I wanted to make the move and go into development and learn coding. And this is after I had just started learning coding. I knew a little bit of HTML, was kind of playing with some JavaScript. I took me a couple months, but I got a job as a website technical project manager. What that meant is I planned launch timelines, I planned implementation strategies, I did a lot of website designs, and I configured domains, lead routing, I configured inventory, I did a lot of troubleshooting, but essentially for me, that helped me grow and learn sort of a part of the industry and also get really good at project management, at technical project management. You know, putting together how does your inventory work, when are you going to go live, what are the things we need to watch out for, stuff like that. And from there, what I did is I ended up getting a job as a product manager at a different company. And there I got to do a lot of cool things with analytics, and I still did a lot of web work. I got to learn a lot about the product side of things. Got to meet a lot of cool people. Did a lot of troubleshooting. Got my hands dirty with some JSON. So that was really cool. So what I want to say is, what you want to do is get creative. Use your existing skill set if you're trying to get sort of a leap job. Not directly a coding job right now. If you're trying to study for a while, or you're trying to figure out, hey, I want to go in that direction, use your existing skill set and go, hey, I'm good at X, I'm good at Y. How does that fit into the industry? For me, that was project management. I'm pretty organized, and that worked really well for me. For you, it might be a little bit different. It might be you got some technical skills. Maybe you could go into support. Maybe you got some hardware skills, stuff like that. There's a lot of areas out there. There's design. There's a lot of technical jobs that require people that are good at writing, good at communication, good at scheduling, all those sorts of things. And then use your network. If you know people that work at tech companies that can get you in the door, or even non-tech companies but work in technical roles that you can get your foot into the door, use those connections and talk with those people and see if you can't get that job. And so skills and networks. And then when you get into those positions, if you're still trying to, if you still want to get that dev job, don't be afraid to reach out to developers that you might come across. Don't be afraid to tell people, hey, I want to be a developer. My first job when I was a technical project manager, I told the team, hey, I want to be a developer. I met a lot of cool devs there that gave me a lot of advice, and eventually I did interview for a role there. Interview didn't quite work out. I think they wanted somebody that had a little more experience than I had, and I also couldn't take as much of a pay cut as they were offering for a junior position. It would have been a great jump for somebody else, but I couldn't do it at the time. I've got small kids, but it worked out really well, and I met a lot of cool people in that job and the next job. And the great thing about that network of those people that I have now, first of all, those two jobs really filled out my resume, and they're helping me out in my junior dev job right now a lot. My team says, hey, we want you to do some project management on this stuff, help put this stuff together, and being able to use those skills to really help out the team, very valuable. It's really great to be able to help organize and put things together and look at the big picture. But second of all, I've got contacts from both of those jobs, from talking to those people, and they helped me out a ton when it came to my job search. They said, hey, more than happy to look over your resume, more than happy to look over your portfolio. All those things went really great. So what you want to do, get creative, use your existing skills and network, and then try to find those jobs that peripherally can get you into development. Do not be afraid to job hop. Do not be afraid to move companies. Neither of those things are a big deal. And remember, it's going to take a while to learn coding, especially if you're starting from scratch, especially if you're 6 months in, if you're trying to self-teach, even if you're trying to do a boot camp. For me, I did an online boot camp. So I had a full-time job while I did an online boot camp. It was a lot of work. It was really hard, but I got some really good resume padding, and I got not just padding, but it filled out my skills quite a bit. So don't just think it's just padding, but it really does fill out my resume with having, product manager on my resume, technical project on my resume. That really helps. Anyways, if you like this video, give me a subscribe.